September 26, 1996, we interviewed the Chancellor of UC Berkeley, Chang-Lin Tien, at his office in California Hall. Early this year, Chancellor Tien announced that he is going to resign the position of Chancellor after he finishes this year. People asked what reasons caused Chancellor Tien to resign at the time when he is enjoying the greatest prestige as a Chancellor at a first-ranked university in the United States. Some media guessed that Chancellor Tien's resigning is a strong action against the decision of UC Regents that abolishes the affirmative action from the UC system. But Chancellor Tien denied that speculation. So when we met in his office, he had only 9 months to fulfill his duty.
Right now, in American society, one of the most heated debate is on affirmative action. How much we should give the underrepresented minorities or disadvantaged people some preference or some preferential treatment. This has many different angles to look at the problem. And it's a very complex problem. And there are many different views. But I am very much in support of affirmative action. I, of course, realize if we can all going into a color-blind, totally color-blind society, that will be perfect. But unfortunately, we have not yet reached that stage. Even as an Asian American, many people don't realize. In my case, they say you are chancellor of a great university. You are very special. I can tell you, almost every day, I have been somehow mistreated because of my color, my ethnicity. So this is very hard for other people to understand. And I want to give you an example. About 4 years ago, we went to a post-season football game. Usually this is a big event, in fact, in Florida. And we won the game, defeated our opponent. So we have a post-game celebration, victory celebration. So as chancellor of the winning team, I went up to the podium. Suddenly, a group of people from the opposing team side start to chant, shouting, "Buy American, buy American." Because I'm Asian, they feel Asians are not Americans. Even you are American citizens, Asian American, even you are chancellor of a great university. But they still say, "Buy American, buy American." This is hard to understand for many people. That's why, based on my personal experience, we have not yet reached such a color-blind society. I worked many, different stages as professor, department chairman, vice chancellor, executive vice chancellor. I must tell you, every step I encountered tremendous resistance. Nobody wants to give you a chance. They always say, well, Asians are not good managers. They cannot manage. They cannot administer a department, a college, and so on. And this is called glass ceiling. You cannot see it, but there's some resistance. They always tell, oh, you can wait for a few years. And after a few years, they say, oh, this is not interesting to you. But I keep bumping on the glass ceiling. So in that sense, my forehead, you can see my forehead, actually totally flat. And in fact, many cases got very bloody. And so you cannot see my wrinkle anymore. No wrinkle. That helped me. I don't look that old. But I did go through a lot of bumping on the glass ceiling. I came from refugee family. In fact, twice in a refugee family, and came to the United States as a poor, penniless refugee immigrant, and went to Kentucky, Louisville, and that's the only place I can get full scholarship, including room and board. And I lived like a really, like a poorest person you can imagine. And but I was very upbeat because I feel I came to a place we have a lot of opportunities. But first year, my professor, in fact, the one I was assigned to work with as a teaching assistant, he always called me Chinaman. And in the beginning, I didn't understand what it means, Chinaman. So I accept very happily. In fact, I thought that was a very endearing term because I came from China. Until 2 months later, since I'm a teaching assistant, I work very much in the laboratory. So I became very good friends of many technicians. And they liked me so much, they told me finally, they said, Chang-Lin, you cannot let this professor call you Chinaman. I said, why? I came from China. That's my birthplace. And I thought that's very endearing to me. They said, no, this is very insulting. This is a demeaning thing. You cannot do this, especially in front of the students. You are leading. You are their teacher, instructor. You cannot let a professor call you Chinaman in front of all those students. So after 2 days and nights, I went to see the professor. In fact, I was very nervous, shaking. I said, Professor, please don't call me Chinaman anymore. He said, why? I've been calling you for the last 2 months. You were so happy. And I said, now I knew it is a very derogatory term. I cannot accept that anymore. He said, then how should I call you? I said, call me Chang-Lin. If you don't remember, call me Chang or Lin or just Tien. I'd be glad to accept that. He said, how can I remember those crazy names? Tin Dang, Qing Chang, Chong, and so on. It's very, really, really ridiculous in many ways. But I said, I got so mad. I said, if you cannot remember our names, just don't call me anymore, but never call me Chinaman. And he never called me Chinaman anymore, but also he stood on his principle. He never called me any name, and always say, hi, come on, come here. And so I had those experiences.
What a fantastic experience it has been for someone, like Harold mentioned, penniless refugee, immigrant student, realizing a beautiful, beautiful American dream. Indeed, this past 7 years could not have been any better, considering the fact that we had some tough, challenging years in the beginning, but at the end, everything seems to be going so unbelievably well. There's no question that the University of California, Berkeley, stands today at the front rank of higher education. In coping with adversity, we have become a stronger, better university, and we have become even a more cohesive community, a more humane, caring community. Cal is a family, a large family, and like any family, it changes and grows.
According to the numbers released from UC Berkeley's Bolt Hall School of Law, currently, Black and Latino admissions to this school for fall 1997 fell sharply. This year, the school offered admission to 792 students. Only 14 Black students were admitted, down from 75 last year. It is the biggest drop in ethnic categories.
Many people mentioned that this sharp drop indicated that in the past we have given too much racial preferences in our admission process. That's not true. In fact, many of the students are highly qualified. Since we are so much in demand, we have many qualified students. Maybe from the academic score viewpoint, you can make some difference because some students are just 1 point below someone else out of a 1,000 or 5,000 maximum score. And that I don't think can distinguish people that much. But we have to think many other factors. That's where the race, ethnicity, and gender picture come into it.